Hey you guys, it's V, and today I'm back with another video. So today I am coming with you guys with a little story time about how I stayed in the nastiest motel. So let's get into this video. So around January of 2022, or I think almost February of 2022, I don't know why I keep on my neck like that. Like, let me stop. But, around January of 2022, or February of 2022, whenever it was. But we were staying together, but we were staying with other people. And, the situation had got very, very bad. Well, it was already bad, but it had got very, very bad. I ended up calling the Uber. It was like, getting the Uber. I think it was like 9 or 10 o'clock. And I ended up getting the Uber because I wanted to get away from that situation. Like, all the way away from that situation. Because people were trying to use me. And we ended up getting a motel room at the motel that we were at before we went to the other one. But, it wasn't in our name. It wasn't in somebody else's name because that motel room, dang, I hate Nats, man. That motel room, you could only get one if you were 21. So we couldn't get it, so we had to have somebody else get it for us. So the dude that got it for us, he ain't had no place to go. He ain't had no money for no motel room. He ain't had none of that. So I paid $250 because that's how much it was for the week. So I paid $250 to get the motel room. And the night we got the motel room, he was coming, banging on the door, the man that helped us get the room. Because I paid the money, but he just put in his name. He was banging on the motel room door, and he was like, y'all gotta leave so I could sleep in this room. And we was like, no, we just paid for this. You not coming in here, sleeping in here when we just paid for this? Like, no. And he was like, no, I have to pay. I have to sleep in this room because it's in my name. No, you don't. Next day came, and he was banging on the door. We was like, what the freak? Like, that sounds annoying. But what we didn't know was that he was doing that last night. But we was asleep, so how would we know that he's still banging on the door? So the people that worked at the motel that we were at, they came because he went up to the office and lied and said that we stole his room that he paid for. And y'all, I messed up by putting the room in his name. I should never did that. But he lied and said that we stole the room. When? You didn't pay anything. Because in your name, you didn't pay anything. So the lady that owns the motel, she wasn't there. So, no, the day that we got the room, but she came. And she was like, y'all have to leave, get off my property, whatchamacallit. And I was like, but we paid for this room and stuff like that. And she was basically like, y'all have to leave, get off my property. Didn't want to give us our money back. Didn't give us our money back. And let him stay in the room. Do you know how pissed off I was? So, we ended up leaving, packing our stuff, going. We were trying to talk to the lady that owned the motel, but she was not listening to us. She did not want to give me my money back. She did not care. Blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. So, she was just gone. I mean, she didn't care, so we just left. So, we ended up going to the Budget Inn, the motel I'm talking about in this video now. We ended up going there. We called an Uber that night, and we ended up going there. And, yeah. So, we got the room over there. The room was the same amount as the old one, so that we were happy because it was cheap. So, we paid $250. So, we ended up getting the room. But what was so crazy, they didn't have any hot water. So, this is red flag number 1. No hot water. They didn't have any hot water at all. So, the water was just cold. Got settled in after we took a shower, so got settled in. And then I ended up disputing my card for the $250 because if she wasn't gonna give me my money back, I'm gonna make a dispute because no, that's not right. And he ended up getting in trouble for that. At the budget, I thought the rooms was nice when I first got in there because, you know, when you get into a motel room, well, when we got to the motel room, we didn't check the flaws, we didn't do any of that, because we didn't know that. We just were just happy to be in another room, to be honest. So, the first, like, week we was there, everything was good. Like, they had people, I guess some lady that worked there, come to the door, and she was like, we're trying to get the water working or whatever before the health department comes because we don't want them to shut us down because we have only cold water or whatever. And it was like, okay. So the next week go by, and I noticed a lot of bad things in that motel room. Like, I noticed so many bad things in that motel room. But you know, when you going through life situations, like, you just can't let that junk get to you. But I noticed so much in that motel room, so much around that motel area. Like, the police would be over there every single day, like, literally. Every single day, just patrolling. And I ended up asking the lady that, we thought there was only one person that worked there. But I ended up asking her, I was like, why is the police patrolling over here so much? She was like, because they think it's a drug area. I was like, okay. So, I ain't know nothing about that motel. I'm just telling y'all this as a fact. So, I'm thinking that the motel cool or whatever, but it's not. So, I quickly found out that they had a roach problem. I hate bugs. I hate any type of bugs, every type of bugs, any insects, any everything. Because that's just the type of person I am. I just don't like it. And they had bugs really, really bad. Like, it was the roaches. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. Like, the first couple nights, though, I did not see any. Like, at all. The first week or so, I did not see any. So, I was like, what the freak? Like, where are these coming from? Bro, I went in the bathroom because that's where they mainly was coming from. Because we ended up turning off the lights in the bathroom, which we normally didn't do. And we went in there, and there was just roaches everywhere, bro. They was coming out the ceilings, out the walls. I was like, oh my freaking God, like, this is nasty. Like, it's unsanitary. Like, no. Like, ugh, this is just nasty. Like, to be honest, like, I swear to God, I was mad about the roaches every single day. Because it's just disgusting, man. Like, literally, you go in the bathroom, gotta use the bathroom. You gotta wait till the roaches scatter around so you can go ahead and use it. It's just gross. Like, I swear to God, I kept saying, man, I want to get my own place. I can't do this no more. It was just so nasty. So, the people in the front office, the people had about, let's see, they got that man, that lady husband, that other lady, that short lady, that other dude. Who else? I don't want to miss nobody. Oh, and that lady with glasses. They got 7 workers in the office. 7 workers in the office for that raggedy behind motel. 7 workers. You do not need that many workers in no office. And literally, it was that many workers in that office. So, I told you, the waters were cold. It had roaches. Or whatever. And they had 7 workers. So, that's 3 red flags right there. 3 red flags. So, it's so crazy why we'll stand there. They wanted to go from $250 a week to $280 a week. And I'm just thinking to myself, y'all doing this, but y'all can't get y'all water working. I swear to God, bruh, there was one time the water went completely out. We didn't have no water, bruh. My head is messing up. We didn't have no water, bruh, for like a couple hours, dog. Couple hours. Almost a full day. We did not have no water. Do y'all know how stressful that is to not have no freaking water, dog? Can't even go wash your hands when you use the bathroom. Can't even use the bathroom. Can't even freaking take a shower. Can't take a bath. Can't do nothing because they ain't had no water. You know how mad I was? But they quickly got that fixed because they want the health department to come over there. But do y'all know how mad I was? And let's talk about the drugs over there. The drug usage at that motel was very, very, very high. Every time you go outside, you see a crackhead. Every time you look, you see a crackhead. Or somebody on some type of drug. That motel just was not it. I swear to God, it was not it. And the man that owned it, it's like he didn't care for the motel. Like, there was a whole group, like a whole row of motels in the back that was just all ran down and just abandoned and ran down. He didn't care to get no rooms fixed. Then they got a maintenance man over there who could kick people out whenever he wants to. He had this girl staying with him who would call the police on you just because she didn't like you. And she would call the police every single day just because she didn't like you. Who does that? But as soon as somebody called CPS on her kids, she wanted to cry. Kids would come outside with no clothes on, no shoes on, nothing on, with bruises. And she would cry because CPS got called. Bruh, like, I swear to God, that was the worst motel I ever stayed at. Literally. Oh, let's talk about how you have to pay extra for a room with a TV. Yeah. If you have a room with a TV, you have to pay extra. If you have a room with a TV with cable, you have to pay way extra. Weird, ain't it? And you have to use a key to get into your rooms. That's another weird thing. And another weird thing is they show favoritism over there. And the people that work in the front office is on drugs. Really, really bad. So they be geeked up. Coming at you with an attitude, geeked up. Like, it's just weird. Like, really, really weird. And it's so crazy they kick you out whenever they want to. But then what it is, the motel should be shut down because it's not even livable for a human being. When I say infested, my room was infested with roaches in the water situation. Other rooms was infested with bed bugs. Like, and then, let's talk about this. One day I was on the way to work. And the man that worked in the office, he was cleaning out the room beside us. And he was spraying down the beds. He took all the mattresses outside. Like, they took all the furniture outside the room. And was spraying it down, wiping it down, spraying it inside of the room, wiping it inside of the room down. So I'm like, what's going on with this room? He gonna say, somebody got murdered in there. Murdered? He was like, you didn't hear the screams? I said, huh? He said, yeah, somebody got murdered in there. First of all, y'all, I instantly was like, oh nah, this ain't it. Oh my God, it's a fly in here. I was like, that's not it. Like, no. So we had to get a phone. And that's what we did, cause no. And the people that own that motel, like, I don't know. I got some reviews that I'm gonna post in here. Because, no, the motel was just not it, period. Like, no. But that was just the nastiest motel I ever been to. Period. And y'all, this is my story time about that nasty behind motel. That didn't have no water, that had roaches, that had bed bugs, that everything was messed up. And let's talk about, oh yes, before I forget, let me talk about how everything was ran off of one extension cord. The TV was ran off the extension cord, the microwave was ran off that one extension cord, and the freaking refrigerator was ran off that one extension cord, and the freaking lamps. And the lamps was ran off with one extension cord inside the room. Like, literally, that's weird. That's weird. I swear to God, we went in there. I tried to I tried to find a plug to plug my freaking phone up and stuff like that. Bruh, they didn't have no wall plugs because they had only that one extension cord. Like, what the freak? That joint is like literally ran down. Like, no. Literally. And I hope one day that motel gets shut down. This is the end of that video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Keep y'all post notifications on. Hit that bell.